not in my workshop tonight. I'm just sort of kicking it back at my spot in Miramar. I'm just gonna circle back to this steering column, steering shaft cover from the trunk. As you can see, it's broken there, so I've just got a bit of aluminium behind it, and I'm just sort of spacing it out so that these lines line up. It's got a crack here as well, and it's super beat up, but I'm just gonna try and rescue it because it just needs to do a job, and it ain't half bad. And I've spent a little while just sort of roughing up the exterior, and I'm just gonna cut up a bit of aluminium webbing, aluminium mesh, and I'm just gonna araldite that over it to give it a bit of something to hold, and I'm gonna sort of form it around the shape so it's sort of kind of molded to it, and then I'll worry about what's on the other side and how much clearance we'll have. And then I was just gonna basically blast it with some paint and call it a day. So yeah, I don't have a stand or anything with me, so I'm just gonna kind of keep coming back to this as I go step by step. So yeah, here we go. I'm just making this up. So that's it. I mean, it ain't pretty, but it's gonna give us a good basis for the epoxy to bite to and give it a bit of structural rigidity, and yeah, give us a good place to start. So I'm just gonna smear this on and come back. So you get the idea. I'm just gonna put you down again because this is quite hard, and I just am dealing with some pretty ghetto everything. Anyway, I'll be back. I've run out of two-part epoxy for now, but you can sort of see what I'm getting at. I'm gonna trim all of the excess stuff off after the fact, and get some more epoxy and kind of get there and just get a bit more contact around the areas, and then I'll flip it over and fill the underside with something appropriate, and then maybe I'll keep that bit of aluminium, keep the bit of aluminium I've got under there, and I don't know yet, we'll see. But anyway, that's the idea I had. I'm not sure how much clearance there is under there. That's why I was reluctant to put that on the inside. I just kind of need to see. So I'm gonna let this dry overnight and come back to it. Sweet. I think that's not too bad for a ghetto fix. I ended up finding some more epoxy. So yeah, gave it like another round. And I'm just gonna let that cure overnight and then come back to it and finish it off some more. Yeah, pretty good. So we'll see how we go. There is the finished effort. I mean, it's not the prettiest, surprise, surprise, but it's solid and it's gonna hold. So I'm just gonna finish off the underside and take the tape off and just leave the aluminium part that's under there, and just give it a scuff up with 80 grit. So yeah, give it a scuff up with some 80 grit and then hit it with some plasti dip. So yeah. Yeah, there was a bit of a crack up there as well, so just gently gave that a little bit of a once over as well.
So yeah, it's pretty rough and ready, but I'm just gonna give it a bit of a spray, and yeah, I'm trying to spray it in the wind whilst holding the camera. It's not really gonna work for me, so I'm just gonna spray it and then we'll come back and look at it once I'm done. First coat, I mean, still pretty ugly. I'm just gonna give it a few coats, see how we go. I mean, it can't be any worse than it already is, but it's solid in one piece and I just need it to do its thing. So yep, I'm gonna call that a win. First coat is still quite patchy and you can see all the chunks that are taken out of the plastic over the years. Still not that great. And then I've kind of done like a second and a third coat up here, and as you can see, the thickness of the plastic dip's kind of filling in all the bits that are taken out. So I'm pretty sure if I just do like maybe 3 or 4 coats, this is all going to come up sort of way better and look more like that than this. Cool. And there it is in situ, back where it should be. All of the seals are there as well. They're not in the best shape, but they'll still work. So yeah, not bad. Not bad. Better than buying a new one. I'm just straight out of low cash right now.